Hey Taurus, it's Amber here, Persephone's Journey Tarot. I hope that you're very well. This is your love reading for February 2020. It is pretty much the same as the other readings that I've done. I've just felt kind of guided to rearrange the order of the cards. I think Spirit is trying to tell me that it can give me information in different ways. So we've actually got the Heart of the Matter card here now. So I can see that my readings are kind of really evolving quite a lot. They've changed and they keep changing. So Spirit maybe wants to give you more information, or maybe help me read the cards for you to try to work with me basically to get you the information that you need. So yeah. So we've got your energy over here, your partner's energy over here, the kind of issue at hand at the moment, the main crux of the matter, most likely outcomes and advice for you. Advice for you. Okay, so at the base of the deck, I always do reference the base of the deck in all of my readings because it kind of gives a bit more insight. I can see that here that we've got the King of Cups. So this month, you may be asked to be emotionally balanced, to make sure you're not going to any extremes with your emotions, to be positive but at the same time grounded, to experience your emotions but not let them confuse you or lead you astray. So this is very much about understanding yourself. The King of Cups very much understands himself, his ups, his downs. You know, he understands his emotions, or she understands her emotions. You know, the character of the King of Cups is very self-aware, and maybe, I mean, it could also be that you're dealing with someone that actually has a very rich emotional life, that is very much in touch with their emotions, but doesn't really express them, doesn't say, you know, how they're feeling necessarily, because they understand that emotions are passing, emotions are fleeting, and instead the King of Cups has a goal. The King of Cups has a goal as to what they want to achieve. So maybe you need to keep a goal in mind and not to get too over emotional. Okay. Also, it's about good self-esteem, confidence, certain amount of success, and yeah, self-love, focusing on self. Okay, focusing on your inner world a little bit as well. The Moon card isn't here though, so it looks like emotions won't be too turbulent anyway. So we've got you here with the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles definitely speaks to Taurus for me. So obviously what's driving you here is the want to settle down. It could be an earth sign that you're dealing with as well. Or maybe you're just in a place right now in your life where you are looking for a long-term relationship, or maybe you're seeing this connection as something that is long-term. However, with the Ten of Wands, it looks like maybe that it's been a long time coming. You may have put in a lot of work into this relationship and maybe feel like you're carrying most of the burden in the relationship. And in fact, maybe all the fun has come out of it. It's all work, work, work. It's all very logical. There's not enough maybe fun in the relationship, albeit it may be very grounded. There may be a lot of stability here though. The tens also talk of completion. So it may be that you've reached the stage in a relationship where again, a certain amount of security has been established, and maybe it's time for a new idea here. Maybe you've got new ideas here with the Ace of Swords. Maybe you'd like to discuss some new ideas that you have, or maybe you really want to be honest with your partner about how you feel. Now you've gained this maybe more clearer perspective on the relationship in terms of feeling that you are carrying up the burden. Because a lot of the time, I think when you're so happy in a relationship, you know, you might find yourself doing more but not realize that you're doing more because you're enjoying yourself so much. And I think you've got to the point now where you realize maybe this person isn't carrying their weight, or that just there's not enough fun in the relationship. It's not, the energy isn't maybe flowing in a fun way, but it's more serious. Okay. Could also be here as well that you're not letting go of the situation. You're very much holding on. You could feel again that burden of you're the one kind of holding it all together. So it looks like possibly in the near future, or what you're wanting, anticipating, is this Three of Cups. Uh, I think you're wanting more of an emotional connection with this person. Again, both of these cards talk about communication. So it could be that you are really wanting to communicate with this person, express your new ideas, to bond with this person in a deeper way, in a more emotional way, where there is genuine understanding. So you could feel like you've been holding back in some way. You haven't been brave enough to express your concerns. Maybe you're concerned that the more you bring in, the more serious concerns that you have in the relationship, that might take the fun away. But either way, with the Ten of Rods, it's like you've really reached the end of your tether. You've really got to the point where, like I said, it's no fun anymore. You're not enjoying it. And in fact, it could be very draining. The work could be necessary with the Ten of Wands. It could be a necessary thing, process, but to keep the relationship going in some way, maybe you feel obligated to do so. But the Ten of Wands does speak to me about wanting to kind of put a burden down. It could be that your partner works a lot as well, or maybe you are working a lot, and you want to discuss new ideas about how you can bring more fun into the relationship. Now, this could also be about honesty with regards to a third-party relationship. You may feel with the Two of Swords here that you have a decision to make. With the King of Cups here, it could also be suggesting that, this is not about following your emotions per se, but really thinking about who is best suited for you, who's best for your future. So you could be deciding between two people as well. And that could also be a bit of the burden here. You could be feeling like too much of a burden. You may want to just come out and be honest about something, about it. It talks about new beginnings here and new ideas, definitely. That I think you're hoping will result in more closeness between you. It could also be about blocking other people out. If other people are causing a burden to the relationship, it could be a case of discussing and saying, look, we need to reprioritize our time and maybe not give so much attention to people that are trying to intrude on our happiness, protecting our happiness as well. But definitely honest communication, I think, is what you're wanting in the month of February. Your partner here, with the Page of Pentacles and Six of Coins. The Page of Pentacles talks of an offer being made, usually an offer of commitment. This talks about someone personally investing their own time, their own energy, into their own money, into something, into the relationship. I feel like there could be an age difference here as well. This person could be younger than you, or you them. And maybe it's a case of this person helping you out or you helping them out monetarily. So that could be where the burden is. Maybe you feel like you're giving too much to this person financially, or yeah, it could be that. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this person is working a lot to give you the finances that you desire, or the lifestyle that you desire, to keep the home life to a certain standard. So yeah, this person could also be, money's definitely a big issue here. I feel like there's a lot of security. Potentially this person could be offering you a lot of security, or vice versa. And money-wise anyway. And I feel this person is helping you for this person either wants to help you or intends to help you. This person could be working very hard in a new career, a new job. That could be taking up a lot of their time. Maybe they're having to throw in like literally everything they have into it. They're having to give up all their time, all their energy, all, you know, everything. So they're coming home exhausted. They're literally having to fully commit to something, mind, body, and soul kind of thing, to a situation that may be bringing in more money for the future, or they could be wanting to be able to bring in more money in the future, to again maybe provide a lifestyle for you both. Again, they say there's no romance without finance, which is very true. So it could be that this person's working very hard to be able to afford dates or trips or treats. Okay. Yeah, what's driving them is happiness. They could also feel that you're a soulmate. They could feel like you're their best friend. It could be children as well. So maybe with the Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Sun card, that this is about children. Maybe you're wanting to have children. Okay. And this is really what is driving them here as well. The Three of Swords talks about disappointment, managing expectations as well. So this person could be feeling quite dejected at the moment, like some sort of hope was not met. Again, a harsh truth here. A harsh truth is, as much as it is honest, it's still disappointing. It's still maybe hurtful. It's still a harsh reality that they're having to face. That maybe they've met their soulmate, but the reality is they can't maybe live up to your expectations. Okay, they could be feeling that they can't, you know, because you're coming in with the Ten of Pentacles, very strong, Ten of Wands, very strong here. And they are coming in as a page, you know, who's just starting out in their career. And I feel that this person maybe feels they can't measure up to, or they can't give as much as you're giving. They can't, yeah, they can't put in as much money maybe into things, or offer you as much as you're able to offer as well. Now, this could be, you know, what you're bringing to the table is not so much money with the Ten of Pentacles, but you're offering this person a long-term relationship. And as much as they want it, the reality is they're not in a financial position right now to maybe do that. It could be that with the Page of Pentacles, or they just have to spend so much time at work. They may have a lot of people relying on them at work that they can't really get away from. And they always have to be like making judgments as to who gets their time and who doesn't. And they may feel maybe a little bit imbalanced in that area too. But the Sun card does show me that this person does see you as a soulmate. And I think they've got some very strong feelings for you. They could even be love with the Sun card. And they do see a bright future, I think, ahead as well. You could be their sunshine in a lot of ways as well. But you also make it quite starkly clear to them that there is an imbalance in their life, and that adjustment probably is needed. The Two of Swords, again, is talking about a crossroads at the moment. So a decision has to be made with the Two of Swords. It could also be that, you know, maybe there's a situation as well. This talks about ignoring your emotions and ignoring what you see in front of you. Sometimes ignoring a situation, trying to act like it's not there, trying to, you know, just act like the problem doesn't exist. Denial, you know. Not wanting to deal with the situation. So this is the issue, is that you're wanting to bring something to light. this person is really worried about what's going to come to light. This person maybe doesn't want to discuss this, you know, and that could be the crux of the matter, that you're dealing with someone that maybe for a long time has always had their head in the sand, always just been work, 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 or maybe always been a bit imbalanced, not really followed their intuition, but just always kind of acted in a way that they thought would, you know, make sense logically, just kind of stuck to work, okay? And now they're being asked to really look within, to really listen to their intuition and see and make a judgment from that point, not from a it's not a binary kind of yes no answer. This is going to require some thought and some introspection, trusting your intuition to make a decision. Okay, and this will require you or them to remain quite calm. That's the King of Cups. To center yourselves, to maybe even take some time away, to get away from the crowds, to get away from distractions, and really just have some time alone to think about the decision that I think both of you want to make going forward. So we've got the Ace, the 2, and the 3 of Swords as well, which shows progression as well. Could be that you're dealing with an air sign, you know, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, possibly as well. It's looking more like Libra here that you're dealing with. Okay, so in terms of your advice here, we've got the Strength card, the 6 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. So again, we're showing here with the Strength card to show advice for you to kind of show some sort of restraint, to not lose your temper in this situation, to keep a cool head. Again, to remain focused on your objectives. What is it that you're trying to achieve here in this situation? What is your goal here? And to not lose focus of that, because if you are looking for, I mean, the Strength card talks about not losing your temper, no knee-jerk reactions, but to take a moment to think before you act. And again, the 2 of Swords is also saying the same the same kind of advice. Is maybe to keep it simple, not to make this complicated as well. And maybe this really is simple, you know. Your intuition is going to tell you, and even them, what needs to be done. So there's some sort of ignoring of a problem here in the relationship and just trying to continue on without actually making a decision here. And this decision could be about this person making a commitment to the relationship and maybe making it a priority. They don't maybe want to have to make that decision. Maybe this person likes their work quite a lot because it does maybe give them a sense of power, and they don't really realize just how much they depend on that for their self-esteem and self-value. Or it could be that people really, really need them, and again, that's given them a sense of value, you know, to be in that position to give. But the reality of the matter is dawning on them, and they're having to look at that. You know, they're having to actually address that issue and make a decision to change direction. There's a kind of a fork in the road here, I think, for this person, and maybe even for you. With the Judgment card as well, it does also talk about there possibly being a point of, you know, awareness of what's really going on here. Okay, but again, you're being advised here to not make any rash decisions, to not make any rash judgments, to not make any rash actions or anything, but to and to also understand even more so that everything you do, every action has a reaction. Okay, so that's your overall kind of, that's the major arcana that's come through for you. is to remember that. Okay. The Six of Wands does talk about appreciation and confidence. Thinking you're going to be a winner. Again, we've got Leo coming through quite strongly here in the reading. So it could be a Leo that you're dealing with or a fire sign. Yeah, I think it's as well saying here too, don't lose it. Keep your head, know your worth, and be willing to walk away here with the Eight of Cups. The Six of Wands does talk about movement forward. This character is on a horse, and he is moving forward. So it could be that you are being advised here to put yourself first in this situation. Don't lower your standards. Do not compromise, I guess, just for the pleasure of now, and to think about your future. Your future is very important to you here with the Ten of Coins anyway. So yeah, to think about your future and what it is that you're really wanting, and not to sacrifice those dreams just for this immediate pleasure, for the immediate satisfaction maybe of being with this person, or just to kind of keep the status quo. Oh, my battery is low. Let me pause this and quickly charge. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, this is really about putting yourself first, being really confident in yourself. These are both Leo energies here. Also believing you're a winner, believing you can always do better, knowing that you don't need to settle here. To just really maintain that confidence and be brave enough to walk away if needed. Okay. It could also be here as well saying that to remain positive, don't get caught in negative thinking. And this really is about progression. It is your want and realization. Sorry, there's something else on my screen now. But your want and realization of this need for a closer bond between you two, to have a more emotional rapport and understanding of fun times together. They're relevant, and they are required at this time to allow the relationship to progress. I don't see any stagnancy though. There's no stagnant energy really, apart from the Two of Swords. Could talk about a kind of pause. So I think, like I said, it could be the fact that everything's cool. If you guys just don't talk about this, like everything's fine, but it may be something that's niggling at you that you just really want to talk about. It's an awareness that you can't really ignore. And I think you really want to communicate with this person. It could also be that you want to really reconcile with this person as well, with the Judgment card here as well, maybe. I think this person does want to offer you something long term though, because they do see you as the sun. But they're also coming to this awareness that maybe they're not enough, or they're not doing enough. Okay. So likely outcome here is the Judgment card, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So the likely outcome is that this conversation will be had. It will all come out in the wash. It's inevitable with the Judgment card. It was bound to happen. It could even be a karmic cycle of sorts, fully coming to fruition, seeing the full really seeing the relationship for what it is, really seeing all the results of your actions. You know, as we said before, there's something to do here as well with paying attention to the actions that we take, knowing that there's always going to be a reaction to every reaction. So there's a kind of reckoning that kind of happens here, which it looks like with the Six of Cups brings in a reunion if there has been a separation, and a positive movement forward, lots of messaging and positive communication. So it looks as if this month of February, that challenges will be overcome and that you will actually gain more. I think you're going to get more attention from this person. This person may even start to be more romantic. There'll be more romance, more care being taken to connect, and there'll be a lot of positivity movement forward. The direction of the relationship will be very clear at that point, and I think you'll move forward very positively. So yeah, it's a very positive reading. This person has some harsh truths to. Again, we've got 2 3s here as well, so it could be something to do with a third party. You know, there could be. I don't really see infidelity, or maybe, you know, for some of you, the 10 of coins, it could be, and the 6 of coins, this person could be looking after other family members. Maybe this person is married or involved with someone, but maybe it's a loveless marriage, but it's still a connection or situation where they are obligated to pay money, to give. And I think this person is struggling with that. If that is the case, the separation, the fact that they have to not be with you, I think is quite stressful. And yeah, there could definitely be a separation here between you two. Maybe you just had enough, you know. Maybe you wanted marriage, you wanted more of emotional connection in this person. Maybe wasn't able to give you that at the time that you asked for it. But I feel there will be a reconciliation, most definitely, with the judgment card, and you are being asked here to be prepared for, you know, emotional progress. I think there will be either you decide to leave, you know, you could decide to leave, but it's looking like that's not going to be the case, because there's a reconciliation here with a lot of positive forward movement and conviction as to the direction of the relationship. So I think really what this is saying that is to remain confident and to be willing to put in the work, which could be like delaying pleasure, thinking more about your actions before you take them, remembering your goal, staying, you know, also not getting it's not getting carried away with your emotions. You could start to have doubts, you know, you could start to see things and be like, oh, this is how it looks, so this is what it is. When really there could be a lot more going on that you don't know of with the 2 of Swords. A lot more feeling this person could have that you don't know of. So don't let your imagination run away with you. Don't let your feelings run away. You know, keep them in check here, because you may have the urge to fight, to argue, to act out of fear, basically, to act more from the root chakra than your higher self. And I think you are being asked here to kind of connect to your higher self, for those of you that are more spiritual, to really connect to the best and most highest part of you, the best version of yourself, to connect to, you know, your inner knowing, your connection with the divine, you know, the truth that you know to be true, not the Maya that you see around you, not what the world tells you. Okay, because some people might look on your situation and say, oh, you know, you should just end that, or if I were you, I would do this. But they're not in your situation, and they may not be also giving you advice from their higher self. They could be giving you advice from their fear place, from the place of fear as well, or their own negative experiences. So I'm definitely getting the feeling here with the 2 of Swords, there is a need here to block out certain people and to make this decision based on your inner truth, your intuition, not on fear. The King of Cups also does advise you to not get carried away with your emotions. Then we've got the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Coins and the Seven of Coins. Yes, so there has to be some waiting. There is a wanting for progress here in the relationship, for things to kind of pick up some speed. And then we've got the King and the Queen here as well. So we do have a couple here. Again, I think this is you, Taurus, wanting commitment, wanting a long-term relationship, wanting something solid. Here, you may want to become this person's wife. Home life may be very important as well at the moment. And again, don't lose your head here. With the King of Cups, I'm seeing here this person probably does very much love you. And the Knight of Wands can also be about someone breaking away from something like a situation that they feel held back in. Someone who follows their instinct. Again, which is connected to the Two of Swords, instinct, intuition, inspiration, letting those things guide you rather than fear, wavering emotions, and pure logic. But it's important to also take action on the things that you know are good for you. It's that kind of thing. The Knight of Wands can also be a pioneer. So again, someone putting themselves out there, taking a chance, and moving in the direction of their heart, of what they love. I see this person leaving something behind. I see this person leaving something behind. And it could be that third party. Definitely a strong sexual attraction here as well, I think, between you two, which could be also what also kind of glues you together. But there will be movement forward here, and it will be positive. It may be very fast. It could include travel. Maybe this person's also thinking about travel with the Sun card, getting away from it all. And that may be required as well for clarity of mind and connection to the intuition. Okay, so yeah, but again, we've got Leo here. So it's either you've got a Leo rising or some sort of strong Leo placement, and so have all they have. But there's definitely an energy of progression. Maybe you're wanting it, but I think you're going to get it. I think this month will be a month of progression and movement forward, developments. It's good to see the King and Queen here as well. So I thought you'd be definitely moving in a positive direction, where there'll be a lot of love, comfort, and security in the relationship. Yeah, and you are soulmates here. So I think there is the recognition of you being soulmates. I'm just going to shuffle a bit more. Yeah, there is a recognition here of you both, you know, being soulmates, and away from all the distractions of the world and all the other obligations that I had. The truth of the matter is that you do really care about each other. And the truth of the matter is, truth be told, yes. I do have that here as well. And then we've got a nap time. So again, connecting to the intuition, stop overthinking things, but instead connect your intuition. How do you actually feel? I think that's how your partner is actually, that's what your partner is going through, is having to get out of some sort of habit of trying to ignore how they feel. And it's time to take a nap from trying so hard to do that, and just going with the flow a bit more, listening to the intuition and what, you know, their heart. And you've got all that glitters is not gold, so the saying goes. So again, not being distracted by what you see, but listening to how you feel on a situation. Things may not appear as they seem. Okay, so again, I mean, this could be as well I mean, I'm not really getting it in a negative way. However, the message also is that, you know, what you're seeing is not always what it appears to be, good or bad. Okay. So I think a lot of truths will be revealed this month towards each other. And it, you know, you may be delivering some truths that could risk, you know, possibly for some of you, the exclusion of someone. You know, you could decide to leave this situation. Okay, so we've got soulmates and truth be told. So the truth be told is that you're soulmates, basically. That was a nice, easy one. So yeah, the truth be told is that you're soulmates. There is a true connection here between you two. You are together at the right time. And I think you do offer each other a lot of comfort. I think the actual most comforting thing about you two is that you can be yourselves around each other. There's something that this person does, or maybe vice versa, that unlocks a part of you that maybe usually you keep hidden. This person can have this, just know how to open you up, know how to, you know, make you feel maybe more free, more honest. But there's definitely a truth that needs to be told here about the fact that you are soulmates. You may need to have a discussion about the fact that these feelings are very real. And I think the Three of Cups and Three of Swords, I think someone is being cut out of a situation. And I think it could be, or something, you know, it could be that this person is very focused on work, or maybe they have got a, you know, they are possibly spreading themselves thin in some ways, maybe with regards to being in another relationship as well. This all comes out in the wash though. This all comes out. Maybe you come to realize that. But again, it's a case of you not being overly emotional in the situation, maintaining your confidence and your standards. Knowing your worth is very important. Don't sell yourself short, even if it means you have to walk away from this for a short time. You know, if this person can get more clarity. So we've got no place like home at the base of the deck as well. So again, this could be someone leaving a home situation to be with you. And again, it could also reflect the fact that you feel very much at home with each other. Okay. And that it could also be that your home, you know, the home that I talk of between you and them is very much, it may not be quite, like you may not be living together, but you're each other's kind of place of solace and peace. So yeah, definitely a strong soulmate connection here. Very compatible. We've got communication at the base of the deck, and then we've got dating at the base of the deck, and communication being the overall message as well from the Emira Love Oracle deck. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book for that one, so bear with me. I may actually just pause it and then flick through and come back to you. Okay, right, so communication reads here from the book. It says, lots of contact through different mediums, email, phone, talking in person, open communication and flow of communication, good connection of an intellectual nature, lots of ideas together, giving birth to new ideas. Communication is very important to you and you are questioning this element in your relationship. So yes, definitely communication. We did see that quite early in the reading, that communication is really the key to resolving any issues this month. It could also be that there is a separation between you. Like I said, I feel this home is like a virtual home. I don't feel like it's somewhere that you live. Between you, there's like this, yeah, you're like each other's kind of virtual home. I'm going to read dating as well, as it's quite close by. So it says, for the dating card, it says going out with the intention of relationship, offers of dating, courtship, enjoyment, having fun, outings to fun places, meetings or introductions for the intention of serious relationship or marriage. Okay, so yeah, definitely have wanting to have more fun in a relationship, more of a bond. So that could be what you feel you're missing, and that you deserve. Spirit wants you to know that not only do you feel like you're missing it, you deserve it. So yeah, don't give up on yourself and don't sell yourself short. That's your reading, my lovely Taurus. I'll speak to you next month. Take care. I love you. Bye bye.